Will hypnosis help me to quit smoking? This is the question. My name is Craig Mackay. This is Freedom Hypnosis, and I'm making this video to answer a question that comes up very often for people considering quitting smoking or considering hypnosis. That question being, will hypnosis help me to quit smoking? Well, let's, for the purpose of this video, call cigarette smoking a habit rather than an addiction. Notice that each one of those words feels different. A habit feels different than labeling something an addiction. So think about this. When you first start to smoke, when anyone starts to smoke, their body doesn't want that cigarette. But over time, in fact, it rejects it in the beginning, but over time, the body, the mind adjusts to it. So that then, over time, it becomes a habit, it becomes unconscious, meaning that even a certain number of cigarettes are smoked unconsciously, meaning not even paying attention to it. Not even paying attention to it. I would often ask a smoker, what percentage of the cigarettes do you think you enjoy every day? And it's normally a very small percentage. But it's not just what we're doing, but why? Because for everything that we're persistently doing, on some level, there's a perceived benefit to it, otherwise we wouldn't be doing it. The benefit can be, and again, it's a perceived benefit, and it's not often logical. So we might say that if the mind associates cigarettes with, say, taking a break, or stress relief, or when smoking a cigarette, I'm not thinking about anything else, the mind then begins to say, so that one time, perhaps, this was beneficial. So anytime we have a feeling now that's unpleasant, maybe we'll associate that to the cigarette. But there's more feelings, and then there's more cigarettes, perhaps. And it can be the same thing with food too. So it's not just what we're doing, but why. What's the perceived benefit? And when we let that subconscious part of the mind see that we can satisfy that benefit in another way, then suddenly we don't need that thing anymore. And understanding that we only built the habit through repetition, then when we're getting that benefit in another way and we build repetition with that, then this old habit suddenly is not needed anymore, and it's more easy to cast aside. Or often if somebody chooses a cold turkey method, for instance, then what we're doing is we're telling the mind to stop something that it perceives to be beneficial. And that's why sometimes people can be having a difficult time stopping cold turkey, because logically that conscious part of the mind, which you can call 10%, people sometimes say it's 10% of the mind, that part then is on board, but the other 90%, which doesn't care about the logic, it's emotional, it's imaginative, that's where the habits are, that part doesn't understand the logical choice to stop, because it associates a benefit with that behavior. So if we just say stop, it says, well, why? Why would I stop? So there's an interesting thought for you. So first and foremost, let's call it a habit, not an addiction, and then look at, say, well, what is the perceived benefit from this behavior? And then how do we get that perceived benefit in another way? And how do we build the muscle of getting that benefit in this new way? So we can say to ourselves, if it's stress, for instance, how do we relieve that stress in a different way? There, anyway, those are my thoughts on it. This is very brief. I could talk about this a lot, but there's my brief answer to can hypnosis help me to quit smoking. For more information or to talk to me, to set up a free consultation, give me a call at 917-300-1809, or feel free to check out my website. The link is in the description below. Again, this is Craig Mackay, Freedom Hypnosis. Many thanks.